the minute you understand human psychology and know that you yourself are that same way, your life can change, because then you could put controls in place. Like, then when it comes up, you can expect it and actually make the proper adjustments. If you think for a second that you're going to have the same vigor and tenacity and excitement and the sense of urgency to come on the live calls that you do today, that you're going to have that in 6 months, I just really hate to be the bearer of bad news. You will not. Because this is like dopamine right now. You just made an investment. You want to be a good steward of your investment. You want to see what this all, you want to make sure you're going to, I'm about to come. And so it's like a sprinter mindset. You are Usain Bolt right now. You are coming out the gate and you are a record breaking speed. Right. But then what can happen is you can get fatigued, and it's not a momentum. You might not be able to keep up. And then now you're on the sidelines. So I want you to consider yourself in this journey a marathon runner. Create the pace that you can keep and keep it for the entire 12 months of the mentorship. If you do that, you won't leave in 12 months. You'll be an alumni because you'll have a thriving business. So I want you to make sure that you think of yourself as a marathon runner. So when you feel yourself get fatigued in month 2, that's not the time to cancel and stop on yourself. That's the time to say, oh, Tiff told me this would come. What do I need to do to get re-engaged? And I'm going to tell you some tips to do that. You leverage the accountability calls. They're there for a reason. You leverage that community I told you about. Right? You leverage anything that you know is going to help you. You leverage mapping out times on your calendar. You might have an accountability in your own personal life that can help you stay on track. You ask for a personal call with a Coach Joan or somebody like that, so that you can make sure that you set yourself up for success. But do not let yourself grow weary in well-doing. He wouldn't tell us not to grow weary in well-doing if he didn't know that that's exactly what happens. That when you're doing well for so long and you're still waiting on your harvest, that you get weary. You get tired. We like instant gratification. We've liked it since we were newborns. All right. So it doesn't go away. So I want you to give yourself grace, but I also want you to set yourself up on a system where you can run the marathon. You say, Tiff, what does that system look like? I need 5 hours a week. I need 5 hours of your time a week. You have it. I promise you, you do. Give me the 5 hours. It could be an hour a day. It could be, I'm going to give you 3 hours during the week, and I'm going to do 2 hours on Saturday mornings. I'm going to do whatever you have to do. Give it my 5 hours a week. What are you doing with those 5 hours? You're in your portal and you're executing on the task. You come to the live calls as you can. Some of you are at work or you work during the day. You can't always come. It's okay. But watch the live calls always within 24 hours. Never not miss a live call and not watch it. You see what I'm saying? Always go back and watch it. Make sure you stay caught up, stay engaged in the Telegram, give yourself dedicated 5 hours a week. It's the best investment that you can pour back into yourself. It's the one thing where you're planting a seed now for something you can have for a lifetime. I've had my business now for 10 years. About 5 years ago, Tristan and I had to come up with an agreement like, oh, Lord, we need to actually say what happens if we were to pass away. We need to make sure our business is taken care of. These were not conversations I ever thought I was going to have. Now I'm trying to set up wills and trust and make sure that my kids and all this benefit from my business. It's a miracle of a life that I've had started from where I started from. I was the least likely candidate to be able to have to solve those kind of problems. And you can be solving those kind of problems as well if you do not faint. Right? So give yourself the system that you need to be able to run the marathon. And here, let me give you another fun fact that you don't need, because sometimes y'all feel like y'all need this. I don't know why. I don't know why, because you don't need it for your corporate job. I don't know. I just don't feel like, I'm just not feeling it. I don't feel the excitement. Nobody cares about your excitement. What you do is execute. Coach, what you told me to do, execute. Let me tell you why you don't feel excitement, because when you're in the sowing season, it's easy to get distracted. When you eating watermelons and collard greens and all the stuff is sprouting out the ground, when I go to the sales calls with the people that's been in Reva Nation 6-7 months and they stuck it through the training season and in the beginning of the business season and all that, I don't have to try to hey y'all, pay attention. They camera on, taking notes. Give me another play, coach. What else you got for me, right? Because they're reaping their harvest. So what I want you to understand is God created 4 seasons for a reason. He didn't create 4 seasons if they're not needed. You wouldn't appreciate the spring if you didn't have the winter. But a lot of us give up in the winter. And then we mad that we never saw spring. right? And so what I want you to understand is this: if building a business is 4 seasons. And so right now I want you to be worried about your part in being a farmer that plants. That's the only thing I want you to be concerned about. And the only thing needed for you to do that is to execute. Your emotions are not a requirement.